Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin String coming at you with my Sunday night dinner. And as you can see in the title, there is something in parentheses, and I did that on purpose because of what I intend to do with this. At least I'll try it. This is from, it says Minotaur MRE, Minotaur Trading Company. It says in MinotaurMRE.com, but either that or MinotaurTradingCompany.com gets you to the same website, and that's how Bob set it up. But this is menu 12. It says chili and corn chips. So it's the chili main with a bag of corn chips, much like the Fritos that you might get in a store. And I have a couple of additions that I might, the one for sure I'll play with. And another one I might add. It just depends on what all is in here. And then I have a little something extra. There is Dub C in the house. This is a spicy sauce from the Norwegian Arctic Field Ration that I reviewed last week, but I saved the sauce. And then from the time I made that chocolate cheesecake with some of this instant chocolate milk, I'm going to use the rest of it tonight. I have probably about a third of it. There is Aletha in the house. That's okay. You can always catch the replay, or you can maybe refresh and try again later. But I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This one popped really easily. So here is the shelf-stable corn chips. And this is exactly the kind of pouch that I think might work for what I want to do. This has 2 tear notches, but I will, of course, use the upper one when I open this, or I might even cut it higher than that, just right up the seal. And have one of my favorites of the new items that come in MREs. This is the mocha dessert bar. This is awesome. Here is a mil-spec flameless ration heater, but I'm not gonna use that tonight. I'm actually building up a collection of these so they can be used in an emergency situation where I want to heat up a pouch or a small can, but because of the loss of power, or I want to conserve other fuels, then I would use the ration heater. Have an apple cinnamon first strike bar. Here is the accessory pack, which I will open in a minute. And the last item in here is the actual chili. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this accessory pack. And we have, oh crap, almost lost something out of it. Got grape jelly. Have the slightly bent MRE Star crackers. Strawberry jam. There is Pat Miller in the house. Thanks for dropping in. This is the SCM, which stands for sweetened condensed milk creamer spread. So you could use it as a spread. You could use it as a coffee creamer. Here is a little spoon, but no, not going to use that because for one thing, shorter than my for an MRE spork. Got deep rich coffee. Got these are the Smarties, unlike the chocolate Smarties that Canadians and Brits might be more familiar with. This is the older version of the Minotaur MRE, so their packaging got the coffee creamer. I'm not using that because I will be using that chocolate milk. True lime. There we go. My advancing. So true lime and 2 orange. I'll not be using those. Got a wet wipe. Pink lemonade flavored drink mix, and this is a clear that goes in a jar. Got salt and pepper. So there was no hot sauce. Crushed pepper, but that's okay because this. I have a pot of boiling water on the stove. And all the trash will go back into the MRE bag. So there is the chocolate milk powder on top of the coffee. this kind of clumped up a little bit, so I don't know what's up with that. I've had another one of these get a little funky where moisture somehow got to it. So I don't know if it's because of something during pack. But there's never much powder in here. So usually it's a white powder, but because moisture got in there, it kind of leached out. I'll go ahead and throw some water in here anyway. I will go put this in the pot, bring back the water for my coffee, and we'll see what happens when you mix chocolate milk powder and coffee together. And there's a mocha. While I wait for, let me fix this. It's a little cockeyed. There we go. While I wait for that to heat up, I'm sorry about that. I got the, it has crackers and cocoa beverage powder. You can see the bottom where it was packed. It does not give a location. And the 3-digit number on here. It looked like 479. Some of these older cans from the Rations or MCI's visual. Where it was in Kansas sitting on the bottom after the so 7 or even 76, but and this 4 could be 54, 64, or 74. But what I'm going to do is I have this extra plate. I'm going to open these from the bottom, and I'm going to use cuts the side of the can. This will get out. Is the bottom of the can. Look how so these are the so there's the crackers, the so other than the paper sticking to it, that can inside is very clean. I'm just gonna drop these into the bag here just to get it out of the way. It looks like some of this paper got sealed into the can when the can itself was sealed. So these are the crackers. There are 3 of them. And this would have been the top. And then here, I can feel the powder, like some of this might have gotten out. This is the cocoa rich powder. There is James Ortiz in the house. Well, this cocoa powder feels very, very loose inside. I'm just trying to get as much of the wrinkling out of the packet. So type 1 fortified. And I have, I'm going to go ahead and move the can off to the side. And I'm going to open this up. That is what this cocoa powder looks like. Sorry about the shadow. That's from my phone mount. It smells absolutely awesome. Because I have plenty of water in the kettle. This knife I'm in just in case it's not in drink. This is the black mug that I got from Will of Just in Time Prepping. I just took the kettle back into the kitchen. I will push this, put that back here. And now I'm going to open up this bread. What's neat about these can openers is they have a magnet, and so when you get the lid off, the magnet captures the lid. Just like that. This one the bread itself so this would have been bottom, and because this particular and the top of the so it looks like a biscuit. So there is Bob. Yes, this is the bread. I mixed up the cocoa. I got it. So this is that cocoa out of that B2. I have not tasted it yet. I did mix it up. And these are the crackers out of that B2. I don't know. So open for the bread. On the top of the B2, so there's hidden numismatist in the house. I have this little knife here. I'm actually going to cut into this bread to show what it looks like on the inside. It definitely smells weird. At least you got to see these opened up. Yeah, that bread smells really strange. Like it smells sourdough that's more sour than dough. So I will not actually eat it. Now these crackers, they actually don't have a scent to them. So I will just put that bread out of the way because that smell is definitely strange. The crackers, I'm actually going to just break off a small piece and have just that little bit of a nibble. Oh, wow. That actually tastes like a salted cracker. It's very unusual for these crackers to really be that. I'm actually going to take a taste of this cocoa since that cracker is edible. Well, believe it or not, that actually tastes better than that brown bag cocoa mix that had a weird happy with that. These crackers will get. But I will go ahead and open up these other items. The mocha dessert bar. And the apple cinnamon first strike bar. Sorry about that. I have been having these with my wife, and I got someone from me to coming tomorrow to find out why I keep. So there is the. First. In the straw, I think I'll sit on these. Although I might put one of these on these crackers. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But Now I just cut the top off of this corn chip pouch. I'll just take a. These are like the Cheeto soups. The spicy sauce I'm shaking up. I'm going to go get the chili and I'll be right back. I am back. I'm just wiping the chili pouch off. There's still a little bit left in here. Probably should have done is just get a mug or something that I can stand this up in. Still, but basically what this is, it's you get a bag of Doritos or the Fritos corn chips, like the single serve bag, it up, and if they're Doritos, you break them up so they're a little smaller, and then you put chili inside it. And then you just eat it right out of the bag with a spoon. I'll be right back. I'm going to do something. Mug. It's got the Ration logo there. So I basically have a taco. So there is a corn chip with some of the chili on it. You get that extra crunch and texture from the corn chips, plus the kick from the chili. Oh, sorry. Again, as I was saying, I do not need, has enough of it already. I'm mixing, so there's corn in there, there's beans, there's tomato. Now I'm going to taste my coffee with chocolate milk powder in it. That tastes just like a mocha. Not as sweet because I did not add any additional sugar to it, but it would be just like a mocha. It's got black beans. As I said, there's still a little bit of chili left in here. And I will finish that off. Yeah, what the heck? I'll throw some of the strawberry jam on these old crackers. Yep, I can get the salt through the salt flavor through the strawberry jam. I cannot believe how good these crackers are. This is absolutely bars. I really would have liked to try that bread, but the smell just said, no, I'm not doing that. But these crackers are really very good. So this B2 unit came from a very, very good place. So it was pretty awesome to open this one up. when this particular menu was created, this is the right way to do it. You would have had to add your own hot sauce if you wanted any more. Or better yet, if you had cheese, like a cheese spread, that would have been an awesome addition to this menu, to have a cheese spread. You squeeze that cheese right into that chili, leave it in the pan, let it melt. That would be pretty darn good. It's humid in here, so my first strike bar is literally bent. This apple cinnamon, it has a completely different texture than focus, dang it. Has a completely different texture inside than the other three flavors, chocolate, mocha, and cran raspberry. This has oats that you can actually taste and feel. It's also not as shiny as the others, but although my least favorite of the first strike bars, this is still a good energy boosting bar. It'll keep you going. That pink lemonade drink mix just isn't getting the pink lemonade flavor. Unfortunately, I don't have a true lemon handy, but just like I'm going because that's really good. A whole lot better than that brown bag cocoa that I had from the last brown bag emery that I reviewed. Yeah, keeping it inside this pouch actually keeps it warmer. And of course, I have it inside the mug so that the pouch doesn't tip over. Otherwise, I would have to hold it. By the way, I took that bread back into the kitchen just so I could get the smell out of here. Yeah, I hope that the connection is a whole lot better. I do apologize in advance for any jitteriness, like what I had when I was first opening things. I would see the image on my phone screen freeze. But like I said, I'm going to have someone from the cable company come in tomorrow morning, try to figure out what the heck is going on. My computer at all does not work. It'll turn on, but it will not for charging things, and a USB. Sorry about that. I keep bumping this phone mount, but for some things I want to do, the arm, would have to contort it into some weird positions to try to get it just right, and that's not always possible. But other than that, it works. It's not as steady as a tripod, but for this setup that I use, using a tripod would make streaming a bit difficult, because I don't have a kind of mount that I could literally put it over top of my table like this flexible arm can do. But for other things, a tripod is great. But at least for my setup here, not going to happen. Yep, there's red kidney beans and black beans, so 2 different beans in here. That's what I like about this chili, is it's got a couple of items in there. Normally, when I make chili at home, I don't put corn in it. Although the last time I did put corn in it. And I even used the liquid a very good, well-rounded spice to it. So I'm glad Bob had this available to him to put in some of his MREs. Oh, I think that might even be either a pinto or if either this menu, if Minotaur still has this, or if you get the chili by itself, get a bag of corn chips or a bag of Doritos, and then do this walking taco. Or Mike is sitting, because I am sitting. I'm gonna now the mocha dessert bar looks like a little bit of it broke off. Looks like a fudge bar all the way through it. It's kind of like a cross between a thick, dense fudge and a very smooth, dense brownie. And I like that. Keep going back to this. I have a little bit of chili left in here. I'm just going to put it in here. And that's all I sure up for that. Going back for another one of these old crackers. This is the one that was in the middle. And it tastes just as good as the first one that I ate. Cracker flavor U.S. rations, because things like this, yeah, they may be bigger, but I mean, you can make this big. But a Catholic would probably equate it to a communion wafer. That would be my guess. I'm just going to squeeze the rest of the strawberry jam on the out to the right amount. I might have to experiment with chili and some other kinds of chips, like the Tostitos chips. I have a bag of blue corn chips, which I bought from Sam's Club earlier in the week. I went there on the 8th, and I bought a big old bag of corn chips, so that might be good with chili on it. Might not be able to see in there really, because I left so much of the pouch. I just barely cut off the top. I just want some more of this. This is a really good chili. I don't have an ingredients list for this, so I don't know what kind of spices are in it, but whatever they are, they're the right kind. So because I did it this way, my tray will be a whole lot easier to clean up. Sorry about that. My phone cord came unplugged from my phone. I have it plugged into a power bank just to keep the juice going. Oh, that'll take care of that. Delicious. Just been shoving the MRE bag. Now that chili definitely has a bit of a kick to it, and I like it. Another thing about these old crackers, they don't tend to want to fall apart when you bite into it, even with a load of jam on it. They're still light, but they're pretty sturdy. Fix this again just to go. Yep, I even kept this mug clean. I'll just put that back out of the way. I still could open up these crackers if I wanted, but I want to save these for another day. As some people are doing this Emery cracker challenge. These right here, I would probably not use these for that because these MRE Star crackers have a tendency to be so tightly sealed that as soon as you open the pouch, they just fall apart, or they really stick to the inside of the wrapper. And as you can see, it is kind of bent, but they will get eaten. But see, these have a best by date on them instead of a date code. It says June 2024. So this 0082, so this is 2020. I'm assuming this is a very new ration heater, but that's the 4-digit date code. The first digit indicates the year. Of course, for certain things, it could be, this could be a 2010 ration heater. But I think this is a 2020, but it could be a 2010, but the printing style might be a little different. Then the other 3 digits, the 082 indicates the 82nd day of the year. So 82nd day of 2020. These MRE Star ones have a best by date on here. Just checking the chat. It seems that I might not be the only one who is having connection issues. So others have left or they got booted off. Again, I do apologize for any issues with the connection because I'm having issues of my own. At least I was able to get on tonight, so that makes me happy. I did not have to go to my plan B, but it was still a good one tonight because I decided to open up these two, even though the bread had already gone south. It was still cool to open it up and then cut it open to see what it looked like on the inside. Of course, the bread can is nowhere near as clean as this. This just amazes me how clean a can is. Now and the paper got literally sealed into the can. I don't know if that had an effect on the contents any, but it sure didn't seem like it because the cocoa's fine. And the crackers are absolutely delicious. In fact, I'm going to have another drink of that cocoa. That is some good cocoa. But I hope you enjoyed seeing these opened up. You know, I got these off of the Minotaur Trading Company site, along with some of the other things that you saw in my last mail call. Now, this is the first time I've gotten my paws on these older cans, and it was pretty darn cool to open these up and show what they're like on the inside. Old Smoky has opened up a bunch of these cans. Of course, Steve 1989 has opened his share of them, and several other reviewers have done so. And Bob still has a bunch of these on the site. So you can buy an individual B unit. It may be different than this. It may have different items inside it. And of course, he has the bread cans. Who knows, maybe one of those other bread cans might have a bread that's in better condition than mine was. Or it could even be worse, who knows. But just to have a look at these pieces of ration history is just pretty darn awesome. So it was my pleasure to share these with you all. Just like when I opened up that accessory pack from an MCI, which these cans would have been part of, or a C ration. So these plus these couple of cans with a spoon and the accessory pack. And depending on the year, it could have had a small pack of cigarettes inside the accessory pack, and there would have been like 4 cigarettes or 3, depending on the brand. You know, even though I don't smoke, if I would have gotten a pack of cigarettes in that accessory pack that I bought, also, you know, that came from Minotaur Trading Company. If it was of a certain brand, Old Smoky is looking for specific brands of the Ration cigarettes. And if I would have gotten one of those brands in that accessory pack, I would have sent the entire thing to him. But since I didn't get it, I just keep all that stuff for myself. But I'm just going to continue to munch on these and drink my drinks and then get cleaned up. So next week, 7 p.m. U.S. Central, I'll be back again with another live stream. And hopefully this time my connection will be a lot better and it will be more enjoyable for you, the viewers. So again, check out MinotaurTradingCompany.com. You can also get there by MinotaurEmery.com. Either way, both URLs get you to the same site where you can get things like this. This may or may not still be available, but there's new stuff like the Minotaur version of an Arctic field ration. I got the same one that Jack of Trades recently reviewed, the one with the steak in it. It's cut up pieces of steak. I thought I had ordered a different one, but I got this one with the steak, but that's okay because I'll go for that chili one another day. But I do want to get my paws on that. But so again, go check out Minotaur Trading Company or MinotaurEmery.com on either one of those. There's lots of B units, some of the bread ones, some of the accessory packs, and mess kits. I have that British mess kit, which I did clean up. In fact, you know what? I'll just show that to you before I sign off. If you're familiar with the British mess kit, it would have been issued with one of these pouches. This is a canvas pouch. These are all used items, so this one does have a bit of a tear along the seam, but it's got 2 snaps. These flaps would go over, and then you snap it closed. I can probably take a couple of pairs of pliers and bend this back into shape, so you could hang this off of something, or maybe a belt. It has 2 drainage holes on the bottom, and I did wash this. So basically it comes in 2 pieces, like the Dutch mess kit that Dub C uses in some of his videos. So this is the smaller of the 2 pans. This is going to need some rust treatment, but the handle folds over like that. And then this is the bigger of the 2. These are these are steel. And this one is a little bit indented in because of the pressure of this. This handle has a bit of a hook, so it literally latches on to this end of the pan. But it came to me with this pan face up, but I just put it back in here face down. So that way, if you put something in here, you could close it like this, keep items protected. There is Murray, thanks for dropping in. I am close to closing out this stream for tonight. I'm just showing this very, very used British mess kit that I got from Minotaur Trading Company. And you don't often see these pouches, but it would go in a pouch like this. Then these just go over. It can be a bit of a stretch. To get it snapped, but it closes like that. I could not find any markings on here to see what date it would have come from, but judging by, I'll take it back out again. First clean off the outside since I put it back in this dirty bag, and I will find a way to clean this bag out. But I cannot see any markings on here. I looked on the handle. Even has a hole in here. You could probably attach something to this. It's still a nice piece of history. I have Polish mess kits. I'm Polish, so I collect Polish stuff. I'm slowly building a collection. I don't have a whole lot, but I do have a few Polish military items. And I have a few of the... Oh, there's foreignmemory.com dropping in with the super chat just as I was getting ready to close out. But chili and corn chips, and I made a walking taco out of it. I cut open the bag with the corn chips in it at the just right under the seal, and then I poured the chili from its pouch into that bag with the corn chips, and just to make it stand up, I put it inside of my Ration mug. Well, you can always catch the replay once YouTube gets done processing it, which probably won't be till like tomorrow when it's ready to play. But I also opened up these two MCI cans, or C-Ration cans. I don't know what decade these are from, but this one had crackers which are absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with those crackers. They taste just like a saltine. There's the cocoa beverage powder, which is in this mug. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. This one, the bread, I opened these cans from the bottom, but the bread was a little too funky smelling. It had already gone south, but I still cut it open just to show what it would look on the inside. And it looked like a double high buttermilk biscuit in shape and size. And it literally filled this can because there's bread remnants on both ends of the can. But this one, I'm still getting the smell of the bread off of this can. But, so this could either be 50 or 60 or 70 is a decade on this. I have absolutely no idea. But this one has a 3-digit code, so some of them, Old Smoky's been doing some research on this. But Old Smoky says that some of these older cans, depending on the manufacturer, had 3-digit date codes. So this one, it could either be 54, 64, or even 74. I don't know about 44. I don't know if these will go back that far. But the strawberry jam that was in this bag went onto those crackers. So I decided to forego the MRE Star crackers because I figured, these other ones, the little round ones that were in here, they were not only edible, but they were delicious. They're just like your saltine cracker. Yeah, it looked like a miniature pilot bread cracker. So these MRE Star crackers and the grape jelly and the other stuff that I did not use tonight will get saved for another day. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out since all I have left to eat is my apple cinnamon first strike bar, which I will finish. mocha dessert bar, awesome. And my drinks, and I'm gonna call it good. So next week I am going to go to a 2012 USMRE, the one that did not last very long, the chicken with tomatoes and feta that Aletha gave me. And I'm going to use that Swedish military cup that looks somewhat like a kuksa, but it's a plastic cup. I'm going to use that for one of my drinks, since she gave it to me along with that particular MRE. So that should be interesting. And hopefully it will be a pretty darn good one. But anyway, I do want to thank you all for watching. And again, thanks to Art from foreignmemory.com, or Nina, whoever did it, for dropping that $10 super chat. That's greatly appreciated. Who knows, that might come back in a future foreign memory order. And I'll have to check out more of those Arctic field rations. I'm looking forward to the chili con carne and the cod curry, so I definitely am going to enjoy checking those out. And if they're any good like the last one was, those will be awesome meals. So again, thanks all for watching, and catch you on the flip side.